Is brought to you by Even Keel Fish Shack, now with 2 locations, Lauderdale by the Sea and the new spot on Las Olas.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
Shafafa on the side.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And it is the first day of summer. It's the longest day of the year. I thought they were all 24 hours, but I guess the longest day is sunlight. And what kind of place to be for the first day of summer than by the sea, Lauderdale by the sea? Our friends at Even Keel Fish Shack, waiting for Brad to arrive, but we've got Jeff for tomorrow. How are you?
I couldn't be better. I love them very much. I always enjoy Grant's company. If he gets here with that show, but if he doesn't, we're doing my job here. And Lubie and I both, I sense I have single cravings. That's my
Well, before they got our other shop, and I see that
I came with a little stash. I mean, how uncouth is when you sell it?
I would say
That's let's eat South Florida crucifixion.
Those individuals do not appreciate patrons
But look what happened.
You've got your sweaty. I mean, it's
Now, can you guess? This is my. Let's see if I can. Can you figure out what Chardonnay is that?
No.
You need to put a sneaker around.
No, Chardonnay to me, it's all this No, it's Chardonnay is a very fine, light, I like it more on the oaky side.
I'm with you.
Side.
Oaky, buttery.
Yeah.
Rainy vintage.
Yes.
And you can get a couple of varieties of it, like $30 to $50.
Everybody can use the drink.
No, it's sweet.
It's completely sometimes required.
You know what? If you want from Maryland, I don't know. Fish and chips, I'm standing here. I mean, I don't know that there's the question is frequently. I understand the gallery shop, fish shack.
Oh no, my favorite one. Because they usually use Mahi Mahi, but they will use other, more of a high level fish. And I just Colorado or something. Kind of fish that we see on a sandwich. They also will lightly breadish, batterish.
Yeah, the beer batter. I'm not red stripe.
Stripe one.
All their oysters. And but the section on American beer and
What would be your tip of choice?
it's got I guess house made. Ketchup is made with rye. It's perfect. It's
Lubie,
because he puts
Would
ketchup
Lubie
on
go
corned beef
ketchup on?
hash.
No, he doesn't. Even Lubie doesn't do that. Not with the fish part of this thing.
Lubie's potchkeying. Are we okay, Lubie?
Something happened where it was getting the bad audio, but we should now be getting the good audio. So sorry about that, everyone listening and watching on the Florida and South Florida Live.
And is it getting a little clearer? Because my screen looks
Yeah,
a little
the
fuzzy.
internet's not the greatest right now.
Well, we could always go hotspot on the
We
break,
have to do
but
it, yes.
Other than that, how was the plane, Mrs. Lane?
no, we're doing fine.
Yep.
We're doing fine. We're at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. It's I love this time of year now because besides being the first official day of summer, it means school is out. Although for some of us, my daughter, school is
School about to
starting on
begin,
Monday.
yeah.
Her college journey begins Monday with classes, just 2 of them. One of them is online. So what's the point of having to go up to Tallahassee
The party.
when you only have one in-person, in-classroom class? She was like a little bit surprised that, this English course that she's starting off with is only given online in the summer session. I guess all the teachers are lazy and they want to do it from either, I don't know where FSU professors can afford to spend their summers. Maybe not the Hamptons, maybe Panama Beach. But she'll be going up there for her one in-person class.
Nice.
Mama is driving her up tomorrow. I'm meeting them on Saturday, taking a plane, which is the best way to get to Tallahassee,
Exactly.
especially when it's nonstop JetBlue, a real aircraft, not one of these prop planes. So, we're going to wish Natalia well. We had a nice daddy-daughter kind of like farewell breakfast. What would be the one thing you'd want to get now here in South Florida, in Dania Beach near me, that you might not be able to get such a good product in Tallahassee? You have any clue
I'll leave
there?
that one to Lubie.
Well, it's weird because they had a place called Bagel that made nice bagels. So like you would assume bagels, yeah, South Florida. Tallahassee doesn't do that. But when I was there, and that's 20 years ago now.
They have, what do they call those? The Goyish bagels up there. It's
Well,
not
they had
like
a place called Brugger's Bagels that was from the Midwest that I used to work at too. That was more of like an Einstein's. It wasn't bad. It was fine. They made a
You
decent
worked
bagel.
at a bagel shop?
I did. How
did you deal with
sophomore year?
when the rush would come and there'd be like you'd have to slice it? Did you
We had a slicer thing.
you had a slicer thing? That's
Or actually, no, we used a knife. I got really good at slicing it. I didn't work a ton of hours, but it was cool because it was right by where I live. You could walk there.
We did a little bit of the we did go to Grandpa's. Actually, I brought in some bagel and got the lox spread, got some chocolate rugelach. We got she made a nice little bagel sandwich on her own. She cooked up some eggs at my house with some cheese, some nice cheddar cheese, fried egg on a bagel with a little bit of regular cream cheese. That was a delicious sandwich. My daughter came up with a good, very nice sandwich. So that was a good daddy-daughter going away breakfast and those chocolate rugelach. I bet you can't get rugelach like that in Tallahassee. But anyway, we'll see. She'll go on the hunt there. There is some good, obviously, coffee shops, bakeries, and whatnot. The Lucky Goat. Was the Lucky Goat there when you were there?
No, I don't know about a Lucky Goat.
All right. Well, that's a newfangled coffee shop, high-end coffee shop, bakery, breakfast joint up there. That was pretty good when I went up there last time. All right. Are you going to go in and get some of the
Need some utensils, maybe a little plate, so we don't go off the chair
look
here.
at this.
Oh, look out, man!
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Oysters. Now we've got the oysters
Yeah. No,
dropping.
I'm dying to try a piece. I love the.
Well, we're
fish
going to
and
get
chips
in
here.
there. We're going to get the fish and chips. We'll
Wow.
get a couple of setups, and we'll get rolling along here. Thank you, my man. We've got excellent product in front of us. Those shoestring fries are
These are
unbelievable.
great,
I
man.
love
that way to do them.
I think they're hand cut and absolutely, once you start eating, you can't stop. So I'm trying to avoid them. I went a little carb crazy this week. Had some spaghetti and meatballs. I'm about to eat a lot of pizza on Tuesday. We've got the pizza competition finals, blind judging coming up Tuesday at Bubbles and Pearls in Wilton Manors. Unfortunately, we can't open it up to the public for any viewing, much as I would like to kind of scalp tickets the way that Craig Navrini does for Stanley Cup final games. But it would be nice, but just the limited space, and it's going to be a little kind of wild in there trying to get all the pizzas in the ovens and get the consistency. To answer the people's questions, and I know Lubie was asking, and you as well yesterday. So the way it's going to work, it is going to be a consistently judged contest. Each of the 6 finalists will be, I guess the Sentinel people will be picking up surreptitiously a plain cheese large pie, and we're going to be judging all the pizzas on just the basic David Portnoy, one bite. Everybody knows the rules. Cheese pie, just plain cheese pie, and we'll see what comes of that. And I don't know. It seems like most of the entries are the New York style pizzas. I don't know. Will you judge based on a grease factor as well? Is greasiness part of the equation?
I don't know. This is more your thing. I really think the category is way too broad. I don't know about the process of elimination down to the 5. I don't want to demean the integrity of the contest, but we'll judge what's there. That's all we can do.
Right.
I mean, we're like we're Malvina Lathan or Adelaide Bird, you know. Just judge the rounds there and hope Don King's check clears, and that's it. But, yeah, it's come on, man. It's too tough of a call.
No,
isn't it?
very
I
tough.
mean,
Pizzas
come on.
might be as hard as it gets because
You would have to have a long, just researched, well-researched, with a lot of competition, different categories. It's too tough to say, hey, these 5 places make the best pizza in South Florida. I mean, they may well. I don't know, but I'd have to say that I was underwhelmed by the choices there.
Well, again, we are going to deal with
too
what's
tough.
in front
All
of
of a
us.
sudden, you're handed five things, and you got to agree with it. I mean, I don't know that I do.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens on Tuesday. Again, I've eaten at 4 of the 6 finalists. Question is, should I go in just to kind of
Are we wearing
out?
blindfolds? This was my question.
No, it's a blind tasting, but there's no blindfolds.
Yeah, but I mean, like Pepe's, you would recognize their pizza right away, would you not?
Of course.
That's a problem.
But again,
it looks different than the other stuff.
You still have to look at the pie, see how everything looks, because kind of the presentation and how it all blends together and melts together. But yeah, we'll absolutely be able to tell, I think, just by sight, which is a Pepe's pie, which is a Sicilian oven pie.
Yeah.
And then, I think some of the other ones, like Tommaso's, tends to be a cheesier slice. That's what they're known for up in Boca. Antonio's is just a nice, good, solid New York slice. I assume it's kind of similar to the other ones that I'm not familiar with, that Mr. D's and also the Little Mike's. Would it be cheating if I go in and eat some of those slices in their natural surroundings in the next couple of days? That's
Don't
cheating.
get a pre-taste.
Don't prejudge.
No, the idea is to go there without any prior knowledge or whatever prior knowledge you have from long ago and treat everyone equal. I'm glad that they're going to just do. I know our guy George yesterday was like, no, everyone should get their best pizza. No, the point is, what's the best pizza to me? Basic pizza. Like you said, bread, sauce, cheese.
Right. Dough. Yeah.
Let's try and do something on the same level here.
Right.
And I appreciate that.
I think in the same vein, like a burger contest, like you said, Defo, I just think a simple burger just should have cheese, maybe pickles and onions, but, basic. Don't gussy it up with everything.
When you got peanut butter and jelly and, live crabs, all kinds of crazy stuff on there, changes the dynamic of the whole, competition and the judging. But very different. I mean, come on. It would be hard to take 5 places out of the thousands of pizza places.
Yeah, of course.
Say these
impossible.
are the 5 best. I don't know. I mean,
there are literally probably over, let's see, there's about, I think, 17,000 restaurants in South Florida. I would imagine that 1,000 serve pizzas of some sort.
Yeah.
And how you
especially
reduce
now where you have all these different Italian restaurants
styles.
now make pizzas.
It's different styles, and everybody has their own favorites. But this is the list that they have compiled, and we will, again, do our best to just say which of these 6 are the best.
Yeah, that we think is the best
on that particular day. What I'm also intrigued with is some of these places have multiple locations, like Sicilian Oven. Little Mike's now has 3 locations. I don't know which location they're going to be picking it up from, and are all the locations created equal? Is there consistency, which is one of the things that you have to have if you're going to be in the multiple unit category. You want to make sure you deliver the same product at each location, which brings us to even Keel, because they have 2 locations now, not just here in Lauderdale by the Sea.
Little different vibe in each location.
The Las Olas one now, you got that downtown Las Olas Boulevard vibe where you go downstairs and then it's along the canal. Menus are very similar, but they are consistent in that both of them are, exceptional, high quality food. Put that really nice upscale spin, but in a casual setting here. Here it's a little more beachy where you could come in on your flip flops and your, bathing suits. There, I don't know if there are any rules or dress codes. We'll talk to Brad, but it is very casual there too.
Yes,
you could always wear shorts and sandals. That's for sure. I don't know about the Pat McAfee wife beater tank top, but meanwhile, this brings us. Let's get to the main event today. Defo, and that is we've got a beautiful plate of raw oysters here.
By the way, I mean, always reminded every time I come here, the fish and chips with the mahi, the fresh mahi that they use, and the way they batter everything. This Brad is a genius when it comes to this sort of thing.
These guys,
I mean, they're really, really great.
They know
really
what they're doing.
Great.
And when it comes to oysters, they are
Top
one
notch,
of the top purveyors of. They do a great grilled oysters here on the happy hour. I think it's $10. You get this beautiful, got that kind of garlic parmesan butter on top. But the raw oysters, which is the true essence of oyster eating, and it's not just for months that don't end in R anymore. That whole thing has been debunked because of advances. And we'll talk with Brad about that. But so I've got an oyster here. We're going to enjoy it now, but it is in advance coming up. And nothing screams summer like sitting back, kicking back with some raw oysters, having some sparkling beverages. In this case, we're going to have some nice sparkling wine. You could also have oysters with beer. But August 10th is the date. And in conjunction with our friends here at Even Keel, right here, Lauderdale by the Sea, and Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. And we are co-presenting this, the Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, presenting the first, hopefully annual of many, Pearl Jam by the Sea, Oyster, and Sparkling Wine Bubbly Fest. Again, August 10th, 1 to 4 p.m. All you can eat on the raw oysters, along with all you could sip on the bubbles. $100 VIP seats are available along the bars, where besides getting the unlimited oysters, and you get upgraded to Taittinger champagne, stuff from Champagne, France.
Nice.
And you also get one entree from their weekend brunch menu. So that's a great deal, $100. And then there's the regular general admission, and we'll have all kinds of seating and areas around the outdoor part, and that's $65. Go online to vlfoodwine.com. Again, vlfoodwine.com is the food festival that is much more than just 1 week of events in January. It's now events throughout the year. Also coming up in August and September is going to be the what's it called? Dine Out Lauderdale, where you have all kinds of great promotions, dinners and lunches and things all over the county. So the Dine Out Lauderdale will be taking place August and September. And in conjunction with that, we're going to have our Pearl Jam by the Sea. There'll be music, there'll be oysters, there'll be bubbly. Go online, vlfoodwine.com, or get your tickets right on eventbrite.com. Just do a search for Even Keel and Oysters or Pearl Jam by the Sea, and you'll be able to find those tickets. And the VIP seats are going fast because that is a pretty good deal.
It's a great
deal.
Get
some Taittinger and unlimited oysters and an entree. And you get a nice cozy seat at the bar in the shade. It's going to be a great time. We're also going to have music, and they're going to be playing some Pearl Jam tunes.
Nice.
And there'll be an oyster.
It's going to be right here, right?
Yeah, it's going to be right outside, right on the outdoor sidewalk here at the Even Keel Fish Shack. And of course, I'm putting together an oyster eating contest. It's not open to the general public. I'm going to see if Joey Chestnut is maybe just gone pescatarian or full-on vegetarian. I don't know if he's available. But we're going to get an all-star crew of maybe a couple of chefs, a couple of maybe local food luminaries in the media.
Tennessee's got to be involved.
We might get Tom T here. We might get.
Did he do 3 dozen?
We might. No, we're doing 5 dozen. It's whoever can eat 60 oysters the quickest or within 5 minutes. And the last dozen is going to be doused right here to make it a little more challenging. The
house-made hot sauce.
House-made Even Keel hot sauce. And
Mayo, I already ate the oyster.
I'm going to be putting a generous amount on that last dozen. It's kind of like hitting Heartbreak Hill at the Boston Marathon. Just make that last dozen
just
tougher.
A little bit more
and difficult. Again, I'm going to try to get Jeremy Ford, who used to work with these guys, and again, the Michelin-starred chef, try to get him up here, and a couple of other local luminaries, and it'll be fun. And whoever wins will be awarded a special prize. So anyway, here's to oysters. Here's to Visit Lauderdale, vlfoodwine.com. Get your tickets today. All right, let's take that first break, and we'll be back with more at Even Keel Fish Shack to celebrate summer. Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining,
top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa de Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sampler that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and look who's here. It's Brad, our favorite. Well, I can't say our favorite chef at Even Keel.
What
because
better
then
be
Dave,
one?
Dave gets upset.
Oh, at Even Keel. Yeah.
Among our favorite chefs.
Among our favorites. We like Nick. We like everybody here. At
Everybody
Even Keel.
loves you guys.
Brad, happy summer. Do you realize today's the first day of summer?
I did. I thought it was the 21st. Is that
Oh.
21st the longest day?
Unless
I don't know.
Lubie
The summer's
gave me
so
No,
bad
fast.
I've heard
information.
today. It's today, and it's the
Okay.
longest day of the year, supposedly, I guess.
I thought it was always the 21st. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
I'm with you.
Days.
I
These
could look
days
on
the
my
same.
official calendar. All I know is they say it's the longest day of the year, but I thought every day was 24 hours. But longest day of sunlight.
Yeah,
of
that's
the year.
that's what it is.
I'm such a stickler
Which
for
I-
language.
I-
It
to be
doesn't
honest-
say first day of summer on my thing here, but doesn't say it tomorrow either. So I don't know. My Apple calendar is really falling asleep at the switch. But anyway, it feels like summer.
It feels like summer.
You got those summer vibes going?
Yeah. We got the restaurant all dialed in. If anybody cares or not, I got replaced this new fan last week. We got the misters going.
It's blowing exceptionally well.
It feels great,
Yeah.
right? It's comfortable in
And
here.
the misters are
And we got the
nice.
misters going, and we just got the awning repaired this morning. Like, we're ready. The restaurant's ready for summer.
Okay, that's good. And Lauderdale by the Sea, I imagine there's crowds out here year round, and people come out on the weekends, right?
It has been significant. So last year, I don't know if you guys remember, we had all the construction going on.
Yeah,
outside,
I remember well.
right?
I would sue everybody around
Yeah,
the city.
yeah,
Except we love the city now because they gave us permission to do
But
this.
the Oyster Fest,
yes.
we're Pearl Jam, which we're
Yes.
going to hopefully talk a little
We
bit
are.
about too. But
the construction was
the
challenging.
construction was challenging last year. So this year so far, it's been actually fantastic. We expected a little bit of drop just because of that's how it is in South Florida when summer comes around. But we've got a great local following now, which we're very much appreciative of, and they've been incredibly supportive, and it's been really good so far.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, and like I was telling the people in the first segment, this place, it's got that elevated seafood. The food is up here, but the
You don't have to dress
casual
like it.
factor,
Yeah.
you could show up in your bathing suit and your
Yeah,
flip flops,
yeah,
and
right.
you're gonna get
That was
served.
always that Dave and I always wanted to have that feeling where you could pull your Rolls Royce up and you could get a mega yacht with a bottle of Vouv and a bottle of Schramsberg. That's fine. Or you come off the beach, you get a lobster roll and a beer.
How
with
do
your
you
bud-
feel about guests who show up, step out of their Rolls Royce, and have a red Solo cup filled with their own wine?
all the props to you.
Well,
So
you go on to get your own drink here
Yeah,
too. Who
Yeah,
cares?
right, right.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's drinking here too.
Yeah, good. Whatever floats your boat.
Hey, drink away, man. That's what we're doing here.
Whatever floats your boat.
It's all good. He's kicking off his birthday celebration a couple of weeks. Like me, I have birthday month. I think you're gonna start to have birthday
Is that what happens when you get to
quarters.
70? You just it's all turns into a
No,
month.
you're lucky to remember to
Oh, okay, gotcha.
what month it is. What are you talking about?
You need the constant reminder every day of your birthday.
Yeah. What?
Every day
Who
is
are
a
all these
celebration.
people? When you open your
A
eyes,
celebration of life.
I
Honestly.
need a standing 8 count getting out of bed. It's ridiculous.
It's the old joke. You look in the obituaries, you see if you're not in there.
Yeah,
you pick
Yeah,
it up.
exactly.
Hey, it's not a
That's
dream.
a celebration.
It's not a good number coming up.
not a dream.
It's not a
Yeah.
favorable number.
Anyway, I just celebrated number 58, which is not any kind of significant number at all, except the fact that it's greater than 57.
You made it
and
another year.
You're still here, man.
Yeah.
Not 60 yet. But it's all good. We want to talk about a celebration of summer that's coming up that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
And we kind of hatched this idea with
I mean,
our friend.
I think Mike, it was after one of these shows
Yeah.
where I approached you and I probably got about 3 of the words out and you said, I've been thinking the exact same thing. So
Well, we want to do with our friends Phil and Kate visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, and we said let's do an event that's kind of tied into the season.
Right.
And summer is kicking back, eating raw seafood,
Right.
and a lot of times it's beer, but the other sparkling beverage of choice is champagne,
There's a little
sparkling wine.
Right.
So tell us what exactly. Are we going to be doing on the 10th? I've been explaining it, but maybe
okay.
you could put it in better
So
chef terms.
we just started off. We've got an amazing relationship with a company called Indian River Oyster Company. They do, and I'm not sure how long they've been trying to do this or whatnot, but over the last few years, they've established themselves as one of the best oyster growers in the state of Florida. which if you were to say that probably 20 years ago, people would laugh at you and they would think,
what are you talking
what are you talking
20
about?
years ago.
And I'm not going to eat those. I would never eat those.
A year
and,
ago.
And you're talking about on the West Coast, right? On the Gulf.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Cedar Key is
this
known for their
right.
clams and other
Right.
farm seafood.
This is a company out of Sebastian. There's a little inlet there where they're at. It's where the Indian River,
The Sebastian Inlet, right?
Sebastian Inlet, where the Indian River is, and they have like a cold water spring that runs into where the Atlantic Ocean
Right.
is, and the tides that pull out
so
and
it
out,
flushes it out.
and it's constly
Is this the woman that owns it? I think
his name's Ryan.
it's Ryan. Okay.
I think they reestablished the company and who's going to be owning it and running it and whatnot. And so during the course of us brainstorming Pearl Jam, the Oyster Fest, Eva Keel Oyster Fest, I got to reintroduce myself to Ryan, and that's how we kind of built the relationship back up. But it's an amazing product. I swear, if you thought you were eating a Northeast cold water oyster,
No, but it
when-
feels- that's
when
what
you
it
have these
tastes and
oysters.
looks like.
Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
seen some of these locally harvested on the east coast of Florida, and I would have sworn it was like a Malpec from
Right,
Prince
right,
Edward
right,
Island.
right.
It has
And
that
there's
kind of-
no concern, the people month without an R.
It's not. It's the coolest part about it, and it's all naturally done by Mother Nature, who's our greatest friend. It's the way that the cold water interacts with the
flushes
ocean.
it out.
It flushes it out. Right.
That's interesting.
And they also have other techniques to make sure that there's no bacteria that's growing.
Right.
It's look. There's always a risk associated with eating
With
raw
seafood in
they
general.
make you
But
put
that's not a month thing,
disclaimer,
yeah. Right.
But it has nothing to do with the quality of the product. It is clean, and I've been eating them now a lot,
Yeah.
and I've never had any ill effects. So I got to tell people that you put aside any kind of preconceived notions, and
It
the
is-
old way of thinking
Right.
is old.
For everybody listening, and if you've been with here, or if this is the first time you're hearing about EVK, whatever, we try and support as many local fishermen and farmers and stuff as we possibly can. That being said, when you're talking about having oysters, that's as local as you could possibly get to South Florida is Sebastian, and they're a great company, and the product is fantastic, and we're extremely excited to showcase their oysters for the event. And speaking of which, I actually spoke with Ryan yesterday. We're going to start carrying those oysters here on a weekly basis as well. So maybe the next time you guys come in, hopefully the July episode, we can actually get a little sample of those oysters and showcase those off before the event in August.
Now, you do have a wide variety of oysters available here, day to day, and you have the Tuesday special, which is, you get the Northeast oysters. A lot of times you have the, Blue Points, the Malpec, something
Right.
from Massachusetts. But you also have St. James, which is a Virginia oyster.
Right.
which is-
James River.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Yep.
Right. We get it from Virginia North is really kind of where we're at. If we're not doing the Indian River, but Virginia North, it's about it's the way the jet stream works, right? So that's about as cold or as warm water as whatever you like to have. And those, to me, are the best eating oysters.
Yeah.
It's all about flavor. It doesn't, to be honest, it doesn't really matter where it comes from. It's about how well it does matter, but
It's the quality.
it's the
of
quality, and it's the quality. It's the quality. Yeah.
quality of the call them farmer, and there's
Right.
like oyster farms
Right,
now,
right.
and these people, a lot of them are trained microbiologists. They have
Yeah,
all
it's-
kinds of schooling, and they really have it down to a science.
Right,
and it's they come up with a product that's both safe and
people
delicious.
don't realize. I don't know if people really realize that these oysters, it takes 3 years for these to grow.
Right.
This
they
isn't
start
like-
with these millions of
this-
little
Yeah, it's crazy.
seeds,
This
like
isn't
little
like
pebbles.
this isn't like you've got a farm and you're growing carrots, and in 3 months you're going to have let's harvest those. You're sitting on so they're the way they plan those out, the way they have the beds strategically planned out to where they could constantly be harvesting these oysters. It takes 3 years to get from those tiny little seedling things to us enjoying them.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Yeah.
really is a labor of love,
Yeah.
and once they get the operations going, it can be a little slow at the beginning, but then once they get
once
all
it goes,
those shells going,
It's got to
and then
be
you start
strategic. So
replacing-
you're planting. It's like a regular farmer, but you're planting and harvesting. Yeah.
It's good stuff. All right,
Yeah.
so how's it going to work? Unlimited from 1 to 4 p.m.
1
on
to 4
August
p.m.
10th,
Right.
So
We're gonna have a cool little tent set up outside the restaurant. We've got some live music set up for that event too. We're also gonna have like a little satellite bar close to the restaurant where we're gonna be serving bottomless mimosas or bellinis or however you want to take it. So we're gonna have sparkling wine if you just want to do it that way. We're gonna have some different juices, some different fruit juices that you can mix with that. We're going to be shucking live for everybody. So
Constant shucking,
but also interacting and
Mhm.
engaging, right? And then we've got the oyster eating competition too, which this is going to be a fun highlight.
I'm responsible for
That's
curating.
that is, yeah. Mike's going to MC. Mike's going to MC that whole thing.
I'm trying to rope in a couple of luminaries.
Yeah.
I still haven't reached out to Jeremy yet. He's so busy opening restaurants
I know,
in
man.
Vegas.
Yeah,
and
right.
Michelin stars, but I'm hoping we could maybe rope
That would
him
be
in.
cool. You know, Paula was actually just in here for Father's Day. She brought her family in for Father's Day, so maybe we get Paula De Silva.
I would love to see Paula
partake
try
in
to
that. Yeah.
knock down 60
Right,
oysters in
right.
5 minutes. That would be good. And
a couple of our
local
friends.
press. Yeah, and we'll see what this is my responsibility. I will assemble an all-star panel. Sorry, Joey Chestnut. Now that you're vegetarian or vegan, we're keeping you away from.
What are
the
they
oysters.
doing next year? Are they going to have Wonder Hut or Impossible hot dogs? Is that what they're doing? Because him and Kobayashi are going at it now.
Right. I don't know if they're all eating vegan hot dogs.
I don't know
and
either.
then it's I put the over/under on 10 because who wants to eat more than 10
Yeah,
vegan
exactly.
hot dogs? It's kind of a gross thing there.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get our ticket. Oh, and tell people what happens if they buy the VIP select special
So we've
ticket.
we've got to set up our bar, our outside bar. It's got really comfortable seats. You're going to be still involved in the engaging part, but you've got the misting fans directly on you. You're going to have a little coverage in the shade from the awning hanging over you. And then again, you're just going to have more
service.
More service, more engaged service with the bar and with the shucking and all that kind of stuff.
Relax. I assume the drinks will be brought to you, and you're not just having the sparkling wine that's going to be available for the
You have
general.
the full brunch menu available too.
Full brunch menu,
Right.
and each of those VIP guests will get a selection of one
Like real deal champagne, right?
one brunch item included
Yeah.
in their ticket, along with what was this rumor about Tattingers? Is this?
We got a little split of Tattinger. Split of Tattinger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
We've got 5 or 6 really great brunch items. The lobster Benedict. We've got the chicken and biscuits. We've got salmon toast. A bunch of really cool items, and then a little split of Tattinger with that too.
So that VIP gets one split of Tattinger, and then you get the full run of the
Right.
Bellini
Your
bar,
choice.
or what
Your
we're
choice.
calling the Vitology bar with the sparkling wine that is going to be provided for.
And that's we've got about 16 of those seats available right now.
Excellent.
I think we're down to 12. Right? Did we sell 4 already? I don't know.
Yep. No,
So
they're
get them while you can. They're it's going to be hot commodity. It's going to be really fun.
And then general admission, $65, very reasonably priced for what you're going to get. Which
Some of the best oysters on the West Coast, by far, obviously the best oysters in Florida. You get the satellite mimosa bar or sparkling wine, and you get to hang out with us the whole time.
It's going to be fun. All right, August 10th. It's a Saturday. We're doing it on a Saturday. Give you an extra day to recover. It's also back to school day on that Monday, so
right before school.
parents
Right.
might have a lot to
kind
do
of the
on
end of
that
the summer
Sunday.
celebration with us.
So it's going to be a big fun time. Tickets at eventbrite.com. If you just kind of do a search for Even Keel and Oyster Fest or Visit Lauderdale, go onto the Visit Lauderdale VLFoodWine.com website. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
I love eating oysters.
And like I said, the way that it all started, we put our headsets down. You guys were getting ready to wrap up, and I approached Mike and was like, "Yeah, I got this thing I've been wanting to do with oysters." He's like, "We have an oyster fest," and I'm like, "Yes." So it just kind of snowballed from there.
It's nice. We got nice buy-in from the city, and one day, if we hopefully can grow the thing and make it more restaurants involved and not just oysters or seafood.
Yeah,
but,
come out and support the inaugural one, and hopefully just grow from there. I mean, we get more vendors to come. We get maybe we eventually get to ideally we get maybe they close the street off. We get a bunch of tents set up. We get a bunch of bands set up. I mean, who knows how far this thing could go, right?
At first, we're gonna just
make
crawl
it intimate
before we can walk,
right?
And we'll get it started and off the ground. Nice part is starting at 1 o'clock on a Saturday. Come out here. 10 o'clock, go right out to the beach, do a little sun tanning, a little swimming, and then come on over here and you'll be able to spend the rest of the day. It's going to be a great time.
We're super excited.
Brad, you're the best. All right.
My pleasure.
Stick around because I do want to talk to you a little bit about, Las Olas and how things are going there and just some other general restaurant happenings. We'll take a break and be back with Brad at Even Keel after these words.
Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. Are you looking for a good New York style slice? How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to strombolispizza.com to place your order today. We're back on the Lunchbox, and now would be a good time to talk about our friends at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap. Would be a good weekend to go in there to celebrate the start of summer.
Yes, sir.
Because they have their weekend brunches that Lubie's entire family has really enjoyed. I got to get back in there. I love the chicken and waffles. I love the shrimp and grits. They have that spicy shrimp Benedict dish. They have the drop biscuits that I call the drop dead gorgeous biscuits.
Yep.
It's at 525 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. Outstanding stuff. They got new summer menu items coming out, some new lighter side things like the burrata and grilled peaches, and that great blackened redfish with the corn succotash and the grit cake. Go see our friends at Batch. There's free parking right next door in the parking garage in the apartment complex. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back with Brad, and we rescued the oysters. That's the one thing that is the perils of summer is when you let the oyster, and it doesn't happen for normal people.
Unfortunately, ice doesn't like heat.
No. We found that.
One of the unfortunate things.
Most guests are not like us where we're sitting here talking for an hour. When the oysters come, they immediately just start sucking them down.
Yep.
We've become, but it wasn't. I mean, as we've had the raw bar, but the original location was inside, so we didn't have to worry about it as much. But we've learned if you guys come and you want to sit and relax, don't worry. Just let your server know. We'd be more happy to re-ice the platter.
Oh, nice.
Right? Yeah, we're fine with doing that. Just let your server know. We'll pull the oysters off. We'll put some new ice down and then redo that.
I say cheers. Here's to the Pearl Jam by the Sea Oyster Fest again.
Yeah, it's gonna be so
August 10th. Get your tickets now. We're going to be doing some more promotions everywhere, and that way, if look, everybody I know that's into food really loves raw bar items, and that's what you guys are all about, the raw bar stuff.
We just love to showcase. It's showcasing the natural product, right? The between the oysters, even the poke, it being just chopped up, the ceviche, just poach that shrimp really lightly, but let all the accoutrements. Yeah, that's the Defo term. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
I think he's playing for the Oilers right now. Leo accoutrement.
Speaking of that, have you been watching the Stanley Cup Finals? Are you a hockey
here and there?
fan?
It's only it happens this time of year every year when football and basketball actually finally get over. And I'm not a big regular season baseball guy either. But it being Florida, but yeah, we got a lot of staff
Well,
here.
It's
and
getting to
locals that are
be. I don't want to say anything,
getting a
but
little nervous.
I
It's
did
tightening up,
notice.
yes.
I noticed that Lubie is wearing some diapers today. He's getting a little nervous.
Getting a little nervous.
If they look,
Has somebody come back from 3-0? And I know it's never happened in
1946.
basketball.
It's been like
Never
70
in
years. It's been like
basketball.
80
Never in
years.
basketball.
almost 80 years. 1946 Maple
So
Leafs
pretty much
of
no.
Toronto.
Gotcha.
There
was
was
the last
there were
team
6
to rally
teams when
from
that happened.
3 love down.
Wow.
It doesn't count.
I don't know
No
who
one's
was the
ever done the
team.
modern
Who was the
era.
team who blew it? Do you remember? Was it
I don't
Montreal?
know.
or-
Defo knows that more than I know. I have no idea.
You gotta
Don't
ask Gurgles or.
I wouldn't know
I'm
that.
going
look
to
it up.
say the Blackhawks.
But that would be okay. I would think. Well, it's not the Rangers because they probably weren't even in the finals.
wasn't
at
the
that
Rangers.
point. No,
It was somebody else.
but it's definitely a point of. It would be a
No, you
point
want to
of.
stay away
I
from
don't
that,
want to
yeah.
say shame. I mean, it's been a great year, but to get that close, let's not even talk about that. Let's see what happens Game 6. And I'm very much eagerly anticipating Game 6 tomorrow night because I have money riding on it before the series.
Yeah.
I said Panthers in 6, like everybody did, but I actually put a whole $5 bill
Ooh,
onto the betting app,
cool.
and I was getting 5 to 1, so I can turn that $5 into
25.
30 whole dollars.
30 whole dollars.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Which will buy a nice,
Yeah,
entree
yeah,
and
yeah,
a beverage
You
during
got a roasted
happy
chicken or a
I'll have the grilled
I get
oysters and
fish and
the,
chips and a beer.
and the
happy
ceviche,
hour. I
yeah.
could come and
Well,
get some
yeah.
grilled oysters
Yeah.
and one of the other $10 items,
Yeah.
and then get a happy hour drink for
There you
30
go.
bucks.
Yeah, that's it.
So if
You're
the
set for dinner.
Panthers pull it out tomorrow night, and I will be just giddy and taking that $30 all the way to the
I'll
bank.
be
and
waiting
say,
for you Saturday
It was
morning.
the
Why?
Toronto Maple Leafs, by the way, so another Canadian team.
Wait, who?
The
That
Maple
was,
Leafs came back. It's funny, the team that hasn't won.
that's
maybe
what
they
I'm
haven't won
saying.
since
Who is
then.
the team
That
that
blew
blew
it.
it?
Oh, the team that blew it.
Who did
That's
they
what we
beat?
were
who
looking
actually came
for.
back.
Nobody remembers the loser, although in this case
Who's
they
going to
would
be the
remember
team
it.
before the Panthers?
The Red Wings,
Wow.
the Detroit Red
That was the
Wings
Red
of all
Wings.
teams.
Oh.
But they've come back and won several.
Yes, they've won lots of
championships.
championships, yes.
I don't know if
The
the Panthers
Panthers have not.
would ever come back. They should just move the franchise in shame if that happens.
It's crazy the whole country of Canada versus
Us.
Sunrise, Florida.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even Florida.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
South
listen
Florida.
to other sports talk shows. It's like the whole country of Canada.
Have you spent any time in Canada? Do you know or like any of their food scenes?
Vancouver. We went on a cruise back in the day, and we stopped in Vancouver for a day, and it was
Okay.
it was incredible.
Have you
It's
ever
a
been to
beautiful place.
Montreal?
No,
Have you ever
No.
eaten poutine?
I've had poutine.
Do you like poutine?
When I lived in the Cayman Islands. So Cayman Islands is a British
Virgin Islands.
British governed
Right, okay.
country, but there's an incredible amount of Canadians there. So poutine was on my menu actually at my restaurant
Oh,
in
that's
the
funny.
Caymans. Yeah,
Where do you find a good cheese curd in the Cayman Islands?
we had to source it. Trust me, it didn't come from there. It did not come from there. But-
Defo, the other day we were at this new the Federal, which is part of the Panthers' new practice facility complex there, right in Holiday Park in
Yep.
Fort Lauderdale. I didn't even know it was there. The restaurant part opened just 2 months ago. They have poutine on the menu, and Defo had poutine for the first time. And your review
I don't
of
know
it
if it was the first time, but it was
Oh.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great gravy.
Yeah, you put
Gravy's
gravy on
cheese
French fries. What's wrong with that? Yeah.
To be honest, as long as it's only
Yeah.
3 components, so you got to make the simpler you get with
Ketchup,
food, you got to make sure that
gravy,
stuff
clam
right.
chowder, I don't care.
Right. The simpler you get with food, the more important it is to have those components to be good.
Be good.
So you get good fries, you make a good gravy, and you get some good curds.
So we know you guys. We were talking about seasons. I don't know. We don't have seasons down here. Canada, I don't know what their seasons are, but you found a way to find the seasons in South Florida. And
Right.
you were talking about it the last time we just sat down with you that you consider it like 6 to 8 seasons.
Yeah, you've got. It's
When it comes to
hot as
food.
beep, not as hot as beep. Decent, getting colder, and then cold as beep, whatever. But yeah, you got like early summer, late summer, early fall, late fall. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it goes. It's just the way the temperature is here. It's just it's not as extreme as it is back. I'm from the Midwest originally in Ohio. And it's just extreme. Like you've got it's 100-degree swing. It's 100 in the summer
Right.
and it's 0 in the winter.
Yeah, I don't like
Here
that kind of swing.
here it's a little more subtle. So vegetables and even the seafood, they tend to follow those little the smaller variations in
So
the
this time of year, where do you guys? Because being around Mayo, it feels like fish summer.
Yeah.
What do you guys do
in the
as
hardest,
we
in the
get
hardest
into
summer, and the same thing in the Caribbean, you got peppers out the yin yang. So peppers love heat, whether they're sweet or not. Tomatoes are growing like crazy right now.
Mangoes.
We still have corn, and then the mangoes. Mangoes are on their way. It's on the back end of mangoes. When it starts to get super hot, they don't like that very
But
much.
do you incorporate some mangoes in sauces and
We got the
fish?
we got the mango on the grilled cheese right now.
Right.
Oh, nice.
We actually have peaches that are still available. Northern Florida into Georgia. We've got peaches on the menu right now. Still have the corn succotash for the scallops. We've got a really nice tomato salad that we're working on right now.
Nice.
That we're going to eventually get
Okay.
going to.
I was going to ask about new
Yeah.
items coming on.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
next
It's
couple
time.
weeks. Yeah.
So I think the last time you guys were here, we did the swordfish and we did the scallops.
Yes.
It's really every 2 months. It's time to
We'll
it's time to
cycle in
move
some
on.
new
Right.
sides,
And
and
we're
new
right- we're right-
setups and all that.
We're right in that
You
range.
guys never rest on your laurels here.
We get bored, man.
Are you selling? Are you,
We're bored and we're giant food dorks. So
are you still serving any soup or selling any
we
soup?
have a tortilla soup.
Tortilla
Tortilla
soup.
soup right
really?
now. Yeah. So we got it. These guys,
Oh,
a lot
I like
of
a
my
tortilla soup.
kitchen staff is Central South America, and actually at my restaurant in Dallas when I was there, we ran an amazing tortilla soup. How we're incorporating that into what we got now, we're doing a little bit of smoked fish as the garnish.
Okay.
So we take our so we got a
Put it
nice
on
tortilla
top.
soup.
Yep.
Yeah, nice tortilla soup with the
Strips of
crispy tortillas and a little bit of smoked fish on top.
Defo approves of that.
It's really
Can I
good.
plant a seed? Chilled gazpacho with some seafood in it,
I
like
love
maybe a little
gazpacho.
bit of conch
A little
in
bit
it,
of-
or
oh,
like
conch
a
would be
conch
good.
gazpacho.
Conch would be really good.
I'm just kind of riffing here.
Yeah,
I-
we got
I-
to. It's eventually it's gonna get to we get to August and September. Nobody's gonna want to eat hot soup.
Right. You
Right?
got to
So,
get to the
yeah,
chilled.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want. Which
And-
surprises me that people still want to eat hot soup when it's even like this stuff. But we're getting there, Mike. Yeah, you
All
you
good.
planted a seed that
I
was
always
right
like
next
to
to mine.
plant seeds because here they sometimes come true. Because believe it or not, I don't know why. Sometimes he actually thinks I know what I'm talking about.
All these 20 years later, yeah, you still got me fooled, Mike.
But Joanne thinks I'm not qualified to do anything. But that's okay. I'm gonna be wounded. It's always the haters that fuel you the most. How's it going down on Las Olas?
Los Osos is going good.
Yep.
Los Osos is going good. We're still pushing our brunches down there are amazing. Dave still has we still have the DJ once a month down there.
Yep.
Which has been fantastic. It's rolling right along. Yeah.
That's good, and I love that canal setting, and it's really cool down there.
Yeah.
It's kind of
The way
like,
we didn't even know it was something that we had already been looking at the location, but we didn't realize between having on the other side of the canal having that office building and the way the building that we're in the bottom floor of, it really blocks a lot of that. You get really good sun with the
And-
umbrellas, the umbrella setup that we have there
and
too.
you
It's-
get a nice little.
I mean, you get like a
cross
nice
breeze.
Yeah.
shade and a nice breeze.
yeah.
It's,
You're close enough to the water, not as close here, but it's just really
It's comfortable.
It's
Yeah.
It
very
felt
comfortable.
nice. We
Very
enjoyed it. We were there last
comfortable.
month.
Right.
Again, for those who haven't been to the
a great
second
scene.
location, 1111 East Las Olas Boulevard. It's basically you got to go down that set of stairs there, but
Yeah.
you'll find it. It's right next to the canal, and same great menu, same great quality, same great happy hour cocktails, and you got the weekend brunches going there.
Yeah,
now,
same brunch menu. The
Yeah.
cool part that we're kind of doing too, Mike, is Dave. So I'm here most of the time, and Dave's in Las Olas most of the time. We're both running our fish special. So I've got the scallops with the succotash and the swordfish with romesco and the little heirloom tomato salad. Dave's got I think he's doing a salmon dish down there. Right? So we're both running. We both have the grilled cheese. We both have the crab guacamole.
Right,
We both
you
have the fish and chips.
clams
Right.
carbonara,
Both have the clams carbonara.
which is
But
a
our
winner.
fish specials are different. It's Dave and I express.
differentiate.
Dave and I get a chance to do our own thing rather
It's like
than
Iron Chef. I'll go
Yeah.
eat one and the other, and every
Right.
month I'll give out an award of
Right.
which fish special
Right.
reigns supreme. Brad, always great to see you
Love you
again.
guys.
Get your tickets now.
Yeah, the
Next
oysters
month
gonna
we'll
be great.
actually have and sample some of those Indian
I'm
River
gonna
oysters.
talk to Ryan at some point today or even tomorrow, and we're gonna get those squared away. And I love
And
to showcase those to the.
You won't
to the
believe
fans.
it, folks. I mean, I am sold because I've had some of these now from local waters. You would never think it, but
Yeah.
the way that the local industry now, not just farmers and vegetables and produce, but some of these oyster
Right.
products, unbelievably good.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to come
And
check
then
it
on
out.
August 10th, it's all you can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
to be honest, so everybody knows,
While supplies last.
I'm gonna order about. We're gonna have about 1,500 oysters.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm gonna
okay.
get about.
You do
I'm
the
gonna
math.
order. They're about 100 in a case. I'm gonna get about 15 cases. We're probably gonna start shucking
on
Thursday.
Right.
That week. I
Keep
don't
them
know.
on ice.
Yeah, I got
and
to. Hopefully, my callus is built up enough by then. But yeah, it's all you can eat. All you can eat. Some of the best oysters you've ever had in your entire life.
It's going to be quite the production.
Yeah.
Again, go online, vlfoodwine.com, click on the banner, or eventbrite.com, and do a search for what? Even Keel Oyster Festival. It'll show up.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Brad,
Thank
my
you
man,
guys.
you're
Love
the
you
best.
guys. Love you
We love
guys.
you,
Brad's
Brad's
folks
the
here.
best. Yeah.
They're in
Wave,
town.
Mom and Dad.
Always good to see them. Hey, Mom and Dad. All right, we'll be back after these words to wrap up this edition of the Lunchbox from Even Keel, Fort Lauderdale. I'm sorry, Even Keel, Lauderdale by the sea. Thank you.
From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, Even Keel Fish Shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and before we get out of here, I just want to put in the fine words about our friends at Casa D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Talk about the classic Italian cuisine, fine dining, great service, impeccable settings, and 3 locations. Fort Lauderdale flagship, 1201 North Federal Highway, along with Boca Raton on Palmetto Park Road, and in Aventura. And we're going to be in the Aventura location next month. It's a gorgeous place that opened right before the pandemic, and it is now helmed by the one and only Giovanni Rocchio.
Nice.
And he is doing some of his pasta treats there. Somebody sent me a picture of his fusilli with seafood, which is always a treat. We're going to be there with the great Angelo Ilia, who's now in Italy, in his homeland, but when he gets back, we'll be out there in Aventura. So go out there and tell him the Lunchbox sent you. It is, whether it's a celebration or any occasion, the best Italian food in town. All right, that's going to do it for today.
Tomorrow from the stream, back at the stream.
Gulfstream Horses Royal Ascot is ongoing. I'm still playing. I hit a 25-1 shot yesterday, and I still have money in the bank, so that's always fun. And we'll be out tomorrow. I think we're going to be talking with the new executive chef, Jason Gluce, while our man Joe Beja is romping around Italy with his daughter that's about to start a summer school session there. Not that I'm jealous. I don't know if Joe's going to come back. We're laying odds on that.
He's enjoying himself.
Oh, it's all good. All right, until tomorrow, we'll see everybody. Enjoy every oyster and enjoy every mahi sandwich.